What if you are okay the way you are? What if the Father wants you to be just you, even when your feelings are not fun and what you do seems to lead to a dead end? What if the tough times and our weaknesses are normal and even needed in a way? I see all those who had it, who are so done and over everything. I understand your exhaustion and the overwhelming tiredness. You desire to stop it, the pain, the thoughts, the hopelessness and the fear. Your desperate need to space out of this world and just disappear. Can you sit with me for a moment? Would you stop all doing, all disappearing for just a little while? I'm glad you are you. I wish though it would be not so hard. I wish you would experience real love in your life. I wish you would feel safe. I wish you had all your needs in this physical realm met too. When I look back at the guys in Gerd's book, they too struggled with a lot of fear, anger, and anxiety, questioning their very existence at times. Even Elijah, who did amazing things, this mighty man of Elohim, Yahweh Almighty, got scared and was done being attacked by the enemy. He was tired of fighting and being strong and enduring the vicious and evil ways of Lucifer working through the people who follow him. Elijah walked for a whole day into the desert. He sat down under a bush and asked to die. Wow, even he did that? The good thing is he still talked to Yahweh. He said, "Let me die. I'm no better than my ancestors." Sounds familiar? There are real people in our Father's book who were loved by him and did great things with him, yet they felt exhausted and overwhelmed and done with this life. And the Father still puts them as examples for ourselves in his book? Father knows. He shows compassion on those who fear him. He knows our frame, which is our purpose and work, for he remembers that we are dust. He gave us the Spirit to help in our weaknesses, because we don't even know what to pray. He also said that his power is made perfect in our weaknesses. That's all so very different than us having to be strong in ourselves, always positive, always ready for battle, always full of energy. It sounds more like a Father who knows that we are naturally very weak. After all, we come from dust. We are not even able to pray right without the help from the Spirit. That is a huge relief to me. That totally takes the pressure off. I don't have to pretend. I don't have to make it myself. I don't have to fake strength and positivity. Father is okay with me being weak, and not only that, his power cannot be made perfect without my weaknesses. I need to be weak and rely on him providing for me to make it in this place. He seems to expect me to once in a while sit under a bush saying, "I'm done, Father. Take me home, please." It's not what people usually tell us, isn't it? I have to claim things. I have to be positive, reiterating Bible verses at all times. Maybe not. Maybe when sitting under the bush, when allowing myself to feel the misery and the pain, when I know I'm allowed to, when I feel the Father is not mad with me, but talking in a calm and gentle voice to me after sitting, eating, sleeping there with him for a while, maybe then my heart starts praising him out of a place of peace and rest. Maybe his calming presence and understanding his caring heart makes me repeat one of David's psalms without trying very hard. Maybe this place of being accepted and loved in my weaknesses makes me take his hand and walk with him a little further. What if we can only do great things for and with the Father if we are first really okay to be weak and totally needy? So why then do we tell others when they are under the bush crying in hopelessness to just claim a Bible verse and to stay positive and all that? Our Father didn't show us that. Father didn't tell Elijah to remember all the positive and great things he did for him, to look at the good in life. No, he didn't. The Father in heaven sent Elijah an angel with food and let him rest. He just let him rest for as long as necessary. He didn't tell him to get over it or told him that it's not okay to have these thoughts. He simply provided. He was there. He sent his angel. He brought help, food, and rest. He gave him time. He didn't push him at that point. He knows when we need to stop. He knows when we need to say it, whatever it is that's on our heart. Job said, "Let the day perish on which I was born." Jonah said, "Death is better to me than life." So what if the inability to get up again comes from a lack of resting with the Father, of voices inside and outside screaming that resting and not functioning and hard emotions are not okay and not allowed? What if we don't get out because we never think and know the Father is okay with us being in that dark place? What if the Father needs us to allow ourselves to be there with no ticking timer in the background to make us panic that we don't get it together fast enough? But with a totally relaxed Father in heaven who needs us to be there with all that we are as long as we want to and need to, and with absolutely no pressure at all. Let us look into that a little further in our next video, shall we?